19 and I'm a San Diego singer-songwriter musician. Music is more than like a hobby or just like a life thing that I do. From the moment I wake up to the time I go to bed, I think in melodies, and I'm constantly looking at things as if they were music. And so for me, like, music is just everything. Like, I don't think I'd be able to function like a normal person unless I was constantly listening or learning things about music. I've always been super involved with some aspect of music, either just being like an avid listener and learner or playing instruments and writing my own stuff. My influences are, one, music that I like, or scenarios that I'd like to write music about. Like, I'm going to the beach and like, what's the song that I wish I could hear right now? Like, I can't find a good jam on my iPod. Like, what's one that like, in my head would sound perfect? And then I'll try to like translate that with melodies and lyrics and try to convey that to people. The first song that I ever wrote, which I'm going to be playing today, I wrote in 20 minutes on the back of a cereal box, like in a Michael's parking lot, like just with a Sharpie, just wrote it out and then refined it a little bit later. But the writing process involved a lot of coffee and long nights and just hanging out with people and like just kind of taking influences from like whatever I was writing the song about and then bouncing ideas off of my mom or my dad or my friend Bo, who helped produce the album, or just the random people at the beach, like, hey, you, come here and listen. So that was pretty much how the whole thing was written, was just taking the big cluster of life and just trying to throw it into songs. Both played instruments. I mean, I've just grown up in like kind of an entertainment household, whether I was doing like acting or doing music, kind of always been around that kind of thing. But yeah, like I grew up listening from everything from Godsmack and Metallica to Billie Holiday and I don't know, like Miles Davis and Buddy Guy. The full-length album, I don't plan on releasing a full-length album until I'm signed with a record label. Right now I have an actual EP, which is 7 songs that I've written and composed that are fully mastered, completed, that are on American Rags. And so that's kind of what I'm taking to people and like saying, hey, this is me. I don't want to give people too much and kind of already seem established. I want to seem as something that has a start but is able to grow and become bigger. This is Fenner, and you're watching Night and Day on UTTV.
Wind blows by my eyes, and pastures sing their lullabies. a drum out